Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
53, Mike. He don't know no better. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 66 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
For
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch 84, watch 84. Try on these two, 45, 45. Mike, 45. You go, night. Dodge shot. Check, 45.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Darius Leonard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
15.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flush to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Now a handoff looking right. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
You got to go right here. You got to play big.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Mahomes firing complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the bootleg, it's Brissett sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and very short, Mahomes being chased out left. He'll try and run it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check your hot read. Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow.
Hey, Ripley. 57 colors. Right side.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. John Ross, 35 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Brissett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Hey, check right. Watching you find. I hope you brought your left because I got right.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Darius Leonard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Leonard Fournette. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
43.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow. 5.
Quick dash.
Go, go. 15, 15.
Under 10. Quiet. 64. Weak.
Right side.
Fournette running right. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will pin them back as it's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 94 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From the 31, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Shift.
57. 15.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And fights him off. Now he'll pull it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's get some penetration. Check 26, check 26.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check 43.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
Out of the gun, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's get it.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got Lockett. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Double time. Hey. We got 3 down.
now. The quick slant caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's get it together. 57. 45's the mark, Charlie.
Now here's Mahomes. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Steps away to his left. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, put a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 24-yard
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Brissett sets to throw it. Buying time to his... Now the ball comes loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now Brissett to the right side to Eric Ebron. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now Brissett on 4th down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Brissett. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Brissett looks to throw. It's caught. Lockett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Brissett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Dancing to his left. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.